Okay, everybody. Try to get the low lights away and the highlights from glaring. We're in progress. And here's our palette. Everything you can imagine that we might need has to be kind of right there at your fingertips. Why? Because you're dealing with acrylic, which dries very quickly. So let's see what we can do on camera. Sometimes that's fun, sometimes it's not. Depending on how things go, let's just say that we don't want to do too much just to show off for the camera right now. Sometimes we do, but now it doesn't seem to be. Well, let's just give an example of some blending and fading. Okay, and we want to get some of this nasombilical fold and side of the mouth description, which that's sometimes easier said than done because you want to define it with dark and then you want to come back and soften it and less talk. Let me just talk less and work a little more, and you can kind of see what I'm doing as opposed to my talking about it so much. Okay, so let's say we get this color right here. It's kind of good for what we want. Okay, so and really there's only so much you can do at one time. Even it can be frustrating. Okay, so but not always. And I mean that's just it's a challenge. It's a good challenge. And that's what the challenge is to establish. Okay, so here's our water. Okay, and here's our brush holder. We're going to go with something a little more, a medium filbert, so that we can just kind of blend what we've got and then let it dry. And let it dry. We're going to put a little red in that highlight color. And okay, that's way too light, so come back and come with something like this. It's a little better. And let it happen. To an extent that can be the case. You can just let it happen. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you try to let it happen and it doesn't happen. Sometimes it does happen when you try to let it happen. Okay, what we want to do now, just to finish up for the camera, is we're going to take our brush, get all the moisture out, come back with white, and just touch up our highlights, which are here, and there's a big one up here, which if it's done right, it'll be good. If not, then just have to keep, oh well. I wanted that to stay white, but anyway, hopefully you get the idea, and we're going to come, we got really high cheekbones that are hard to see kind of. We're working from a photograph, and I taught a course called doing portraits from photographs in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm now living in New York, working in the studio art space apartment of my lady friend and videographer, Mercedes. And I don't think I want to do too much more right now. Maybe a little more. Kind of just let the viewer see what happens, which is one more thing. The one more thing we're going to do is a little bit of eyebrow. There we go. That was just, sometimes it's just a little bit that does what we needed to do. And then come back with that. We fade that. We come down. That's it. So for now, that's how we're going to leave it. I mean, it's a question of getting started on the day and other stuff that we need to do. And it's very important to know when to stop working on a painting and then come back to it. I say that as I continue. That's horrible, but I have a compulsion to continue sometimes. I see something on the left side, on the right side, camera right, viewer right, subject left, and that's all we're going to do for now. To be continued.